Today's Red Dane top tip is a bit different from the others. This is about how we've got involved in running the milk collection centre in Marirangwe. So we've been lucky enough to partner with the Marirangwe farmers to run their milk collection centre. So what we started by doing is looking at what were the problems with milk collection centres generally in the past, and we found that often they would get some donations, or they'd have an NGO get involved and the thing would build up, and then after a while it seemed to die off again, and often the committee, the success was all dependent on whether how well the committee ran the centre and things like that. So we offered to run it for the farmers, and we get paid per litre that we bring into the centre, and it's up to us to receive, check the quality of the milk, and to find a market for it. The big thing, one of the first things that we realized was all farmers were being paid the same for their milk, so there was no incentive to improve the quality. So what we did is we quite early on we started testing individual farmers, and we split them into what we call a high quality tank and the low quality tank. So obviously psychologically no one wants to be in the low quality tank, and then also they can obviously get paid less if their milk's going into the low tank than the high tank. So that's now given the farmers incentive to start looking at quality. We obviously do all the training, but most of the farmers did have a lot of the knowledge. It was just a question of refreshing and giving the incentive that if your milk was of a high quality, you got more for your milk. The other thing that we discovered was that it's very difficult for a small farmer with a couple of cows to have to go to town to collect his feed and veterinary products. So we've also started stocking all those things here. We started off with a basic container that's full of the stock feed, and when the farmers deliver their milk, they can pick up their feed. And in here we've actually got veterinary stores where the farmers can buy any equipment or medicines or so on that they do need. So with the feed and the veterinary, we obviously provide training and consulting as well to make sure they're using the right feed and that any drugs or anything are used correctly. So what we found really important is we take a little sample of every farmer's milk. We take a bit in the morning and add a little bit more in the afternoon. And then if we have any problems with added antibiotics or anything when the processor collects, we can trace it back to which farmer is responsible, and we don't often have a problem, but it means if we do, that we can trace it back to somebody. Obviously each farmer's milk's then recorded, and they sign that they've agreed with the number of litres that have been supplied. We also use these samples to test each farmer's milk so that we know whether they qualify for the high quality tank or the low quality tank.